Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What you're seeing before you is a long-term project that I'm currently working on, which is going to be a first-person classic CRPG with lots of quests, dungeons, and zone exploration. Keep in mind that this is very early in development. You guys might remember this video I made a while ago. It was a post-mortem on my game Shallnor Legends 2. And in that video I also talked about making my next game, Shallnor Silvervein Saga. The video got a lot of views and many subscribers. I guess people really do like to learn from the failures of others. But the big question is, what do you do after failure? Well, for me, it was that I came to a great realization. I'm not doing things to my full potential. I need to step up. And this came in the format of a short-term plan and a long-term plan. Short-term was to make Silvervein Saga, a game that I worked on for 1 year and released it in January of this year on all platforms simultaneously. And despite only working 1 year on it, many people told me that they liked it more than Shallnor Legends 2, which I worked on for 5 years. Would you like to know how well Silvervein Saga sold compared to Shallnor Legends 2? Almost the same number of copies. Despite that Shallnor Legends 2 took 5 times longer to develop. For Shallnor Legends 2, that number of sales was considered a failure, but for Silvervein Saga, it was considered a success. And while I was working on it, I was also writing down ideas for what my long-term project should be. I spent that year playing a whole bunch of games and eventually started focusing on CRPGs. And what you see before you is the combined inspiration of dozens of CRPGs released between the 80s, 90s, and also the early 2000s. The goal is to make this into a dungeon crawler, and when you finish a dungeon, you are taken to the guild hall, where from there you decide what to do next. Currently, it's just a prototype and there is no Steam page, but I have more information available on the website. And if you sign up, I will be able to inform you when the Steam page goes live. Please check it out. Now, how did I get here? How did someone who always makes cute top-down action-adventure games decide to make a gory, old-school CRPG? I have not made the gore yet, but there are going to be rooms where you walk in and there are like half-tortured corpses and severed heads and stuff like that. Anyways, how did I get here? Well, to be fair, I've always been interested in the CRPG genre. In fact, I mostly play CRPGs. But I was always afraid of approaching the development of this genre because I assumed that it would be too overwhelming, despite the fact that I am a numbers guy and I have a knack for complex variables. But once I made the inventory, I came to realize that this was much more manageable than I expected. Just like I said before, I was not doing things to my full potential. I gave myself a deadline to make the main features of the inventory, and I finished making it way sooner than I expected. From that point, I just kept going, figuring out scroll of identification, managing durability loss on your weapons after attacking monsters, calculating the total amount of stats you gain from all your gear. All this stuff was done way faster than I expected, and you are only looking at a fraction of it. There are a lot of smaller variables that are working in the background. I'm gonna have to make a second stat page for all those variables. And maybe one day, I can make a tutorial for you guys on how to make a complex inventory system. In fact, there are a lot of devlog video ideas that I have for this project that might teach other devs a thing or two. For those of you who enjoyed Silvervein Saga, I want to let you know that I'm also working on a sequel for that game. This CRPG is a project that I'm planning for 2028. But working on Silvervein Saga 2 is also important because I'm gaining a lot of other type of experience from it. Publishing experience, for example, comes from publishing games. If you just develop games and not release games frequently, you don't learn what you did wrong in terms of marketing, and you miss out on new marketing trends and other stuff. I also had a lot of other ideas that didn't make it to the first game, and now they're going to make it to the sequel. I never give up. I keep going. That's the lesson you should learn from this video, regardless if you're a game developer watching this, or you're someone else accidentally fumbling on the video. No matter what, keep going. This project has made me feel like a real game developer, as if everything I've done so far was just me fooling around. And now I'm working on something that exceeds my own expectations. But at the same time, I might be wrong. There might be a bit of ego inside me, which is why I want you guys to constructively criticize me as much as you can on this project. Tell me what you feel about it and don't hold back, and also let me know what type of devlog videos you want to see me make. Thank you for watching, and now I'm going to leave you guys with some inventory sound effect ASMR.